So Derek, firstly, going back to your comments sort of post-match on Saturday and the red card, what's the latest on that and have you appealed it?
Yeah, we've appealed the red card. That's gone in today, which is Tuesday, and we wait to hear back what the findings will be.
So you still think it was a harsh decision then?
Yeah, I do. I've seen it, and I've looked at the incident, and we just feel that Arthur has gone up for the ball. Yes, his arm is in the air, but there is no movement to endanger an opponent. His arm is clearly, in the air, and the Accrington player is going forward at the same time, and his head goes into Arthur's arm the same way that Arthur's arm goes into his head. It's nothing malicious or anything like that. I don't see it being violent conduct. I don't see it being an issue with endangering an opponent, which is what he was sent off for.
Conor Ripley also made some comments about the officials after the game, quite controversial comments. Any comeback on that? Any consequences?
No, I haven't heard of them, of yet, but I haven't heard what Conor said after the game. So I'll wait to hear it first.
It was interesting that you talked about the pressures that you're under because of the ownership uncertainty. Just expand on that a bit, because I was quite surprised that you seemed to be so concerned about it, really.
Well, it is a concern because we're obviously up for sale at this moment in time, and we've obviously got a transfer window coming up in January, and then we've got to obviously look to the end of the season as well. But in the in-between period, when a football club goes up for sale, then what is going to happen? Where's the money going to come from? Is there going to be new investment? And we'll have to wait and see. And with that, it is uncertain.
Yeah, it seemed to me that there's sort of day-to-day issues really with this uncertainty that are impacting on you and the capacity to prepare a team. Is that fair?
No, I wouldn't say that. There's other issues that are at some football clubs and we've had to deal with, which if I was to write a book, then the Morecambe supporters would find it interesting. But
in what way?
Oh, I'd love to say, but I can't. It's the inner workings of a football club is difficult at times, and supporters and other people don't understand it. The only people that understand it are the ones that are close with you, and they get to know the inner workings.
So are you worried about the ownership and the future?
Yeah, of course I am. I think that any supporter, it has to be. I think that if somebody comes in with a very good deal for the owners, then the owners are going to sell. Who's that going to be? Is it in the best interest of Morecambe Football Club? Is it in the best interest of the staff that are here already? So there's a whole host of things that has to be looked into. It's not so easy as just selling a football club. It's the inner workings of it as well.
The message so far is that there's been no connection between what's happening at Worcester Warriors Rugby and here. Are you content with that explanation?
Well, there isn't. Well, there isn't from the point of view that we've obviously got a budget to the end of the season, and we understand that. But beyond that period, then we obviously need new owners at some point, and I think that everyone must understand that a football club can be sustainable, but what is that? Money coming in and money coming out, is that enough money to consider yourself being equipped enough to be in a division?
And from what you're saying, you'd like this sorted in time for the next transfer window, because that's the point at which money can make a difference.
Yeah, of course. We don't have any money to spend in the transfer window in January at this moment in time, unless we have a cup run in the EFL, which is our best possibility at this time. Can we have a cup run in the Papa John's? That's the only investment that is extra is going to come into the football club at this moment in time.
So it really is key then, isn't it, that it's sorted as quickly as possible?
Yeah, it is. There's a lot of clubs in this league that owners put a lot of money in to the football club. We're a football club that works in a different way, where the income is generated through player sales, it's through the turnstiles, through sponsorship commercially. It's not through owners putting in the money.
And moving on to Saturday, Ipswich, just another reminder of the big clubs and the size of the clubs that play in League One.
Yeah, I mean, a fantastic football club. I think the 28,000 going to be there tonight against Cambridge, one of the best teams in the division, and we have got a really tough task, but that's any Saturday in League One. You come up against really competitive teams. It's no surprise to us.
And we've been talking about the fact that last season there were positive results against some of these big teams, weren't there? And the message has to be that can happen again.
Yeah, I mean, that's what's got to happen. I think that we've got to win games that shock other teams, and that's what we're going to have to try. We did that towards the end of last season, and before that as well, and had a number of shocks along the way.
How big a blow have the long-term injuries been, such as Ash Hunter being without him for so long, in terms of your goal threat?
Yeah, I mean, we've obviously missed Ash because he can do something different. Caleb Watts is the same. They both can do something off the cuff that other players can't. We obviously had the situation with Cole Stockton as well. We've got Max Melbourne that's out for a long period of time. Shaw's been out, who I thought did really well. Taylor's going to be out this Saturday as well. John Abika is going to be out as well because he's going to his dad's funeral back in Nigeria. So if I keep on going, then we've got Arthur Ganoa, who possibly could be out. So Courtney Duffus is going to be out. So we're looking at 8 players at this stage that could be out for Saturday. And it's a big chunk of your squad when you're working with 24 professionals.